Hello everyone, this is Akhil Reddy Cherukupalli. I have chosen the topic Cloud Computing Security and Privacy. The main idea of the paper describes about the advantages and disadvantages of cloud computing, and then the potential threats and risks, and then existing solutions on cloud security and privacy. It includes the security consideration among the biggest considerations like architecture security, platform security, and then the proposed by different organizations such as Cloud Security Alliance, NIST, and cloud service providers like Amazon, IBM, etc. Cloud computing is like a shared pool of configurable computing resources, and then it includes NIST model, which has 5 essential characteristics and 3 service models. And the 3 service models are software as service, platform as service, and infrastructure as service. In software as service, we have they don't need any consumers to install applications, and the application will be accessed by different devices through the interfaces. And then in platform as service, cloud platform have full control over deployed applications, and it will underlie the infrastructures like operating systems. And then it comes to infrastructure as service. It provides consumer with cloud infrastructures like storage, networks, and other computing resources. The most important features of cloud computing are multi-tenant and virtualization, and broad network access, rapid elasticity, and etc. And cloud computing provides consumers with highly abstracted resources like scalability, flexibility, with shared resources, includes database and programmatic management. And if consumer purchase virtual machine, and it comes with storage and service running on the same infrastructure. And then benefits, it provides economical benefits increase in speed, and it reduces costs, and we can share our data in the cloud. And then cloud servicing provides cloud service providers provide consumer with different kind of computing resources like storage. And then it has more efficient updates, and it has formal cloud services. And then backup and disaster recovery we have, so whenever we lose our device or any other mail, we can get back our data from our cloud accounts. And then we have easy access and dynamic resource provisioning. In that we have service providers to manage their resource consumption according to their own needs. If in case service provides response quickly to rapid changes in service devices such as flash effect. In this paper, the author analyzed potential threats and risks for cloud computing. The top threats are data breaches, data loss, account or service hijacking, and shared technology vulnerabilities. Other threats and risks include unauthorized access, communication security, storage security. For example, we have communication security. A trusted channel should be needed for the data transmission so that the data can't be stolen over here. And then when it comes to cloud computing resources abuse, the use of cloud services should be carefully monitored because malicious users can launch a huge attack at a low cost using low cost cloud services and resources. Virtualization and multi-tenant, it's the most important in cloud computing security. Cloud is a shared environment, and virtual machines may access data on the other virtual machines. So here virtualization is the key technology for the users under their virtual machine. And availability and business continuity. Occurring security attacks are common for organizations, but cloud service providers should guarantee the availability and business continuity of cloud computing services. Insecure interface and APIs. Cloud services providers should provide resources and services to consumers because there is a danger or threatening of consumers' data. Authentication and authorization. Proper authentication should be made for required users to prevent unauthorized users from stealing his or their own data. Malicious insiders. Insider threats are most common in every organization. In that case, security should be on high level to maintain organization data safe from other unauthorized users. Data security. While migrating data in the cloud, consumers should be very keen on the regulatory compliance and the rules and should not violate the user's privacy. When it comes to cloud auditing, monitoring data is important for emergencies because it might contain some sensitive or important information. And finally, encryption and key loss. Passwords are not more secure because an attacker can crack the password and open it easily. If we use encryption, it is very tough to encrypt the document, and they can't encrypt them as easily like they crack the password. Data owners cannot guarantee that their data on the cloud are under regulatory compliances, and cloud service providers will not violate any user's privacy. And when it comes to the standards, some of the organizations like NIST, NISA and CSA these have some regulatory guidelines and to be followed for every standard organization. So many of the IT industries in US are following NIST guidelines. When it comes to side channel resistant algorithms, it's a new one, and that algorithm some of the algorithms are resistant to side channel. For example, Montgomery ladder algorithm and a branchless algorithm. When we modify these algorithms and if we adapt them into cloud computing, then the environment can resist the side channel attack. Deduplication. Encryption is simple and efficient solution for the deduplication. Encrypting data with own personal keys before performing deduplication. And however, the personal keys should be changed regularly because there will be identical files results with the same encryption functions and key. Cloud architecture. The framework uses access control methods to protect cloud infrastructures and encryption to enhance communication and storage security. And when it comes to authentication and authorization, it prevents the unauthorized access for the confidential information. In access control, Joseph K. has proposed the two-factor data security protection mechanism, which includes encryption with other one like any intelligence verification technique. It is two-factor authentication. In this mechanism, one needs the secret key stored in their unique personal computer and then needs a unique personal security device to decrypt the ciphertext. Once it was stolen or lost, the security device can be revoked. In this case, only cloud service needs to execute some algorithms, but it will not read or decrypt the encrypted data, which can be which can protect our cloud data against unauthorized users. Identity management. It helps to authenticate users and services based on the credentials. It manages files from the owner to proxy servers. One of the person had proposed an identity based data storage scheme in the cloud environment, which supports inter-domain and outside. User can share files across coexisted multiple domains, and the owner can compute the encryption and the key independently. In this slide, we'll be discussing the problems to be addressed in our paper. Every organization should have its own standard for the cloud security, and they can standardize their own standards according to the rules and regulations. Whilst cloud resource monitoring is more important to monitor and it should include intelligence techniques to prevent cloud abuse. And when it comes to communication channel, In communication, secure APIs should be considered because API is the only way that a client can communicate with the servers. And then comes to organizations should also use identity management to authenticate only required users for confidential data and prevent others. And cloud service providers should provide reliable and secure services to consumers for quality, uptime and response time, etc. And when it comes to encryption, they should not only use encrypted format but also should use the combination of encryption with other verification methods, so it will be very safe and more secure. I like the paper because it explains the wide range of risks in cloud computing and the method used for security. And then the main strength, I think virtualization and multi-tenant are so important as many users work on virtual machines and any user can access the virtual machine. In addition, a combination of encryption with verification sounds great, like the two-factor authentication, because we have like more security techniques, then it will be more secure, I feel. And I think the main weakness of this paper is insecure interface and APIs, because consumers do not know where data is stored and Mr. API can be hacked. And I prefer like Face ID or OTP password, like one-time password. It will be generated like for every time if we log in for authentication for a user. Like it will be more secure than other security techniques that like it will come when we log in every time. And I slightly dislike like the only way to communicate server is API. If there are more options, it will increase security. Like many of the persons have new approaches towards security, like they consider like two-factor authentication, and I like the private key generator too. Thank you everyone. If you have any questions, please leave a message in the discussion post.